Capricorn, how are you guys hanging in there? I was gonna go into a whole spiel about some things, and maybe I'll get into that in a minute, but I'm freaking out. I need to talk to you about what's happening right here. Coming into this reading and on my table. Okay, so, well, I guess it kind of goes together. So let's start with the card I just picked, because this is, it's blowing my mind. I can't even talk. It's card number 43, Vision. It says, to find enlightenment, seek nowhere, for it lives within you. Okay? Interpret that as you will. I'll read that in its totality at the end, because that was my intention. So coming into your reading, okay, I was about to tell you before I pulled this card, which sucks because now I can't prove it, but I was about to tell you, and there might be something here about your vision, what you're seeing. Virgo had something about vision in their reading, so maybe you want to look at the Virgo reading if you have Virgo in your chart or a prominent placement. I don't know. But we're here in your reading now. I was going to say there might be something about your vision or your vantage point, your position, okay? Something like this that you might need to fix, change, perfect. All right, something like this. Because I just had a hell of a time setting up my camera. I had to redo my entire setup that I used last night for the Virgo reading. Because, well, I'll just tell you, I was actually using a suitcase to attach my, whatever this thing is called that holds my camera. I was using a suitcase, my trusty suitcase, and for some reason now the is that the word, telegraphing? The thing that goes up and down, the handle, it doesn't want to stay where I needed it to stay, so it messed up my position, and then I tried to put this somewhere else. It didn't work. I had to redo the whole thing, and I hope it stays together because this is not the most stable setup right now. So fingers crossed for that. I'm going to try not to touch anything beyond here. Anyway, so I was going to say something about vision to you, and then I get this vision card. Okay, so how that's making sense to me actually has something to do with what I was going to talk to you about and why I asked you how you're holding up. Because Saturn, your ruling planet, is about to move into Aries. And I don't know about you, I'm not a Capricorn. I'm a Pisces. I don't have very much Capricorn in my chart except my 7th house where my Venus is. So to me, Capricorn energy is more of like my counterpart energy than it is me. However, it is messing with me incredibly, I think. I mean, I don't know who to blame. I don't know who to blame, but I am having difficulty with time. I feel like it's going way too fast, and this is annoying because previously when we had Venus in retrograde, Mars in retrograde, and just all this yucky, horrible energy, I hated it, and I couldn't wait for everything to start moving forward because I'm not a slow person. I know you guys tend to get, you know, a reputation for being slow and decisive, you know, considering, I don't know what the words are, conscientious, things like this. I'm not slow. I'm fast, and I like to move fast. I have a lot of fire in my chart. So you would think this energy would be good, and it should be. I was expecting it to be, but it's not. I'm overwhelmed. There's too much going on. I feel so, like so much pressure to do way too many things in not enough time. There's just not enough time, and it's moving too fast. Okay, I'm talking fast because I don't want to spend a lot of time on this. So that's how I'm feeling, and I don't know if it has to do with Aries, with Saturn being in Aries or not. It could just be all the other energies as well, and it could have something also to do with Jupiter, my ruling planet, being in Gemini, which I hate. So I don't like these aspects. I can't wait until Jupiter moves into Cancer in June. Just a couple more weeks, man. So yeah, I wanted to check in with you guys about that. And then all of these things are coming through. Something about your vision. It could be your literal vision. I'm getting 2 songs coming into your reading, okay? And I'm not super familiar. I mean, I know this band, okay? But I didn't know these 2 songs were by the same band. I had to look them up to find that out. I mean, obviously they sound familiar. And they ran into each other. Like, how do I explain? I'll just tell you. I was getting the song Down in a Hole by Alice in Chains. And then that song kind of turned into the song called Them Bones, which is another song by Alice in Chains. I can't talk. And change might be important to actually, I saw the death card multiple times when I was shuffling up your decks, getting ready to come in to talk to you. And it was kind of disturbing to me, actually, but especially after I'm getting these songs, I don't want to necessarily read all the lyrics to you because you might know them or you can look them up yourself. But, it is kind of disturbing to me because there's a lot of talk about death down in a hole, you know. Yeah. See my heart, I decorate it like a grave. I don't know. These are just disturbing ideas. I'm going to let you look it up. I'm going to shut up about that. But I did want to mention it because I thought it was super weird, especially when I realized, like, wait a minute, these are 2 different songs, like, running simultaneously in my head. They're not the same song, right? I know that happens probably to a lot of people, but I thought it was super interesting that they were the same band, and this isn't really a band that I, like, have ever really listened to that much, you know, just, they were on the radio a lot when I was younger. Like in high school or what have you. So there's that. Anyway, I think that covers it, Capricorn. I'm excited because when I was shuffling your cards, I felt like they were sticky. Like, I didn't really get a lot coming out. Whereas when I was shuffling up for Virgo and when I was doing their reading, cards were flying out. So I felt like, you know, there was a lot to say to Virgo, not as much to say to you, but then all these other, I guess, messages are just coming in a little bit differently. I'm not going to analyze that. We're going to do a modified Celtic cross because that's what I'm doing for everyone right now. We're going to look at the heart of the matter, what's crossing you, the past, the future, and then I'm going to pull our oracle cards, possibly in addition to reading you this card, this vision card, okay? Spirit, can you tell me what's in the heart of the matter for Capricorn? What's in the heart of the matter? Oh, okay. I'm going to put these back, actually, more directly. Please, no, that's less directly. More directly, please, what's in the heart of the matter? I saw the 8 of Cups. All right, we're getting 2 of Wands. What's the crossing energy? Whoa, too many. I'm going to put that over here for now. What's the crossing? Okay. That's also a lot of cards, but I'll take them because they came out more decisively. All right. We're getting the 8 of Pentacles. flying over here to the left, I'm getting the Knight of Swords, the Five of Pentacles, and the King of Wands. Nine of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. Okay, what's the past energy? Where's this coming from? Where is this coming from? Oh, like, I don't know what this is about, but the cards keep wanting to come out like they're hopping, and I don't like that at all. Yeah, see, we're getting the Death card again, flopping out. I'm not going to take it, but this is what I'm talking about. Okay. Show me where this is coming from. What's the past energy, please? Where this current energy is coming from. Thank you so much. The Seven of Swords. It's the future energy here. A lot of cards. Okay, and at the bottom of the deck we have the Hermit. Yeah, certainly some of you might have Virgo in your chart or be connecting with a Virgo. Really cute card. Ten of Wands. Alright, I'm going to need to clarify, guys. Because there's a lot going on here in the center that I don't immediately understand. Except, okay, well, can you clarify this center energy here for Capricorn? What's the Two of Wands, please? What's the two? Thank you. Okay, the Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, okay. What's the Eight of Pentacles? The Tower. The Magician. Yeah, okay. The Three of Swords at the bottom of the deck. Clarify the Seven of Swords in the past. Two of Pentacles. I saw that several times when I was shuffling. The Ten of Pentacles. Eight of Jars again at the bottom of the deck. Clarify the future energy. It's a Death card. Oh my god. One more. The Princess of Wands. One more. Ace of Pentacles. Okay, I mean, I don't know what we're worried about here. Because there seems to be a lot of anxiety in the current energy. One more for this. The Hanged Man in reverse. Virgo got this card. The Ace of Wands is at the bottom of the deck. So we also have, okay, so we're getting the Ace of Wands. Hi, Momo. My cat's here wanting to be annoying. We have so many cards now, Capricorn, and I still don't know what the issue is. So let's start showing you. Right. So your energy in the heart of the matter is the Two of Wands. So what I feel here, because it's clarified by the Knight of Pentacles, is that, and I feel like this is repeating from previous readings that you've had with me and other signs as well. So whatever, we'll talk about it. I feel like this is over planning, overthinking something about your vision for the future or where you're going, okay? I feel like we've already talked about this before. Crossing energy, the Eight of Pentacles, the King of Wands, and the Knight of Swords, and the Five of Pentacles. So obviously to me, you guys could be there's so many disturbances all of a sudden. You could be overthinking some sort of financial decision here. You could be having issues like feeling as if you don't have what you need to get what you want. I mean, I feel like these are lies. Like, this is why I'm hesitating to say what I'm seeing, because I don't feel like this is accurate. Okay? I don't feel like it's accurate. So I feel like you are feeling like you don't have what it takes, or you're missing something, or I mean, maybe you're being overly critical of something. Like, maybe it's not you that you're criticizing, maybe it's the opportunity that you need to evaluate here. The Hangman in reverse. Yeah. I mean, point blank, I feel like you need to change your mind about something. The Death card, the Hangman in reverse, the Two of Swords. You need to change, your vision. Change the way you're looking at something, because I mean, the Tower is coming out. So it's like you're locked into some sort of mentality, I think, where it's holding you back, or you're not willing to compromise because potentially you have this set vision in your mind. Okay? And I think that this is becoming a hindrance. Like, with the Eight of Pentacles here and the Two of Wands, for some of you, this is about getting too comfortable in a situation where you now feel like you can't get out of it, or you don't want to get out of it. Okay, I'm getting a lot here because I pulled too many cards. You could have someone in your environment. Okay, we do have the Knight of Swords, and then we have the King of Wands. So this is Leo energy for me, and Gemini energy for me. And this is speaking to me about someone being in your head, whether it's you or another person, potentially feeding you some kind of toxic ideas about what you can and can't do. Like I said, I don't know if this is you or someone else, but I feel like there's a voice in your head here that is telling you that something needs to be done a certain way, you need to follow a certain plan, you need to follow a certain guideline, or you need to commit to a certain specific person, place, or thing, do it a certain way, or you're going to fail, right? Or you're wrong. And I feel like what's wrong is that voice. What you actually need to do is change your vision, change the way you're approaching something, change the way that you're seeing something, and unlock yourself, I feel like, from this fixed idea of what you need to do or how you need to do it. I know that's very vague, but I feel like whatever we're talking about is something that you think about every day, is something you've been working on every day and you've been stuck on for a long time. All right? And I mean, if you have an idea in your head that you can't do something or that you don't have what it takes, it could be about like overspending. I think that's inaccurate. Like if somebody is telling you that you can't have what you want because it's too expensive or it's outside of your budget, or I don't think that's true. All right, and take it or leave it. It's up to you. But I feel like either you or someone else is encouraging you to settle for less. And that's the reason that things have been stuck for so long, because I do feel a stuck energy here with the Two of Wands and the Prince of Pentacles. You need to ask for more rather than settle. All right, I don't know what that's about or what this means, but I do feel like something about your everyday life needs to be disrupted. Like you need to break out of the monotony of something. That's as good as I can do. I'm sorry. Maybe we'll come back to this in a second. Okay, in the past, once again, we have the Seven of Swords, sorry. With the Two of Pentacles and the Ten of Pentacles. I mean, for some of you, this could speak to infidelity. All right, Ten of Pentacles is like a commitment. It's your legacy. It's something long-term. Seven of Swords can be cheating, right? Two of Pentacles can be juggling. So it's not necessarily what I'm feeling on that, but it could be. And I mean, if that was a situation that you endured, right, where you were dealing with some kind of liar, schemer, cheater who broke their vows, I'm hearing, that could certainly put you in a state of like suspended animation, where you question your own decisions, where you doubt yourself, where perhaps the voice of some person who was abusive and thought that you should settle for less, in other words, for them, right? And I feel like that voice is maybe now in your head telling you that you need to settle. Like you've internalized someone else's narrative about what you deserve, about what your value is, and that's inaccurate. Like I said, whatever's going on here is inaccurate. This whole pile in the center, the heart of the matter here, and what's crossing you, I can tell you that much, that it's inaccurate. There are lies being told here. There's inaccuracies. There's something that's not being seen clearly. And where it's coming from is the past here. Now, for others of you, okay, this isn't an abusive ex who cheated and lied. For others of you, this is you in the past potentially dealing with some sort of situation where I feel like this is a lack of money, okay? I feel like this is you trying to budget, trying to struggle, and maybe this led to a lack of commitment on your part because you felt like you needed to strategize, you needed to spread yourself thin, once again, that's very vague, but what I'm feeling here is like somebody potentially, for example, like working a bunch of jobs that are temporary, that are very menial, maybe. Okay, I'm not getting the right words right now to describe what I'm feeling, but it's just like you're living a very casual lifestyle, fly by your pants sort of energy where you're not really grounded or committed to anything. Like you could get up and leave any time. This could be a job, this could be a relationship, I don't know. But in terms of money and finances, I feel like this could be a situation where you always felt like you only had what was necessary, right? Like you couldn't build a solid legacy. You couldn't build something long term because of your need to strategize and how do I explain this? It's like living in survival mode. It's like being in fight or flight constantly. It's just a minute to minute, right? And when you're in that state, you can't plan, right? You can't carefully plan. You can't think about a month or two from now, or a year from now, because you're thinking about the minute to minute. Is this making any sense at all? Okay. So whatever the situation is for you, whether it's an abusive person who put you in this, or whether it's just life circumstances, perhaps losing a job, something like this, or just not making enough money to make ends meet, it's like it put you in this fight or flight where you felt like you needed to be overly strategic, maybe a little bit selfish, maybe a little bit careless of other people, things like this, for your own survival, right? So it just put you in this mentality of like I don't know the word for it. It's sort of a schemer, right? It made you feel like you had to scheme in order to get by. And then I feel like what's happening in the present is then this suspended animation feeling of like overly thinking, overly planning, and whatever tactics. Yes, Eight of Pentacles, the Tower. Whatever tactics you had to use in the past are not applicable in the present. For some reason, okay? I don't know what's changed. I don't know what's different. I feel like this, like if it's financial, then I feel like you're in a better position now than you were in the past, but you're still operating from the past mindset. Okay? If this is a relationship with another person, then I feel like you're holding on to a mindset that someone programmed you to have, to believe that you deserve less. And this could be a family situation, okay? This doesn't have to be like a partner. This could be like a family member who fed you these lies about how you're not good enough and how you need to settle for less. And it's lies. It's lies. You need to disrupt this, okay? And if you're in a situation currently where you're being fed this narrative by this person or by a new person, it's like you need to cut out the sources of this message. You need to tune them out. You need to get away from them. You need to not listen to anybody who's telling you that you can't have what you want, that you don't deserve what you want, that you can't ask for more. Because I feel like you need to ask for more. I feel like you are asking for more, but it's like you're hesitant. It's like you aren't saying it with your full chest, right? It's like you're whispering it in the corner, and you need to say it loudly that you want more and you deserve more. All right? Whatever you are seeking is within reach. And you need to believe that and act like that. Like you need to walk the walk, talk the talk. Okay? In the future, if you can do that, your future energy is the Ace of Wands, the Six of Wands, and the Queen of Cups. All right? Beautiful. This is success. This is emotional fulfillment. This is something new that sparks, that, it sparks you. It fuels your fire. This is really having a sense of your own value and being able to start new things, do new things. It's like getting your groove back, getting your spark back, understanding the value of the cup that you hold, what you have to offer. And I mean, we're clarifying this with the Ace of Pentacles. So another ace, okay? This is bringing things that inspire you into the real world. This is creating magic. We have the Magician card here, which is speaking to me about having all the tools that you need to do a job, right? You just need to use them the right way. And then we have the Ace of Wands and the Ace of Pentacles coming out here in the future, telling me that you are going to have these tools to build with, right? And what are we building? The Six of Wands, like success, victory. We also are clarifying with the Princess of Wands and the Death card, okay? So this could be, to me, the Queen of Cups is typically Cancer energy to me. The Death card is Scorpio energy. But, I mean, I don't really care. It could be either one or neither of these things. I do feel like there's going to be a change in your emotions. And this change in your emotions from, I feel, this sense of inferiority, what have you, to more of a sense of pride, to more of a sense of stability and acknowledgement and respect for yourself is going to create opportunities for you. It's going to create fire and passion in your life. It's going to make you feel successful, right? One second. I want to look up those lyrics. Didn't he say I decorate? What did he say? Hold on. I think this is the wrong song. No, it is the right song. So this is Down in a Hole. This was the one I was originally getting. See my heart, I decorate it like a grave. Oh, you don't understand why they thought I was... Who? You don't understand who they thought I was supposed to be. Look at me now. A man who won't let himself be. Yeah, oh my God. This is basically like what I'm saying. It says, down in a hole, feeling so small. Down in a hole, losing my soul. I'd like to fly, but my wings have been so denied. I have been guilty of kicking myself in the teeth. I will speak no more of my feelings beneath. Yeah, no, I feel like that's inaccurate. I feel like you need to speak about some kind of feelings that you have, maybe that you've buried, okay? Because I feel like this is empowerment for you. Yes, Knight of Swords. See, Knight of Swords, King of Wands. This is like, I mean, I don't know. I feel like some of you are building something, but it's just like a side note. This is like having the courage and the convictions to go your own way. The King of Wands goes his own way. He builds. That's why I say that. And we have the Eight of Pentacles here. So, how do I... Like, if somebody's telling you that what you want or what you're working towards doesn't exist, okay, if they're telling you that it's an illusion, that you are, like I said, setting your sights too high, something like this, these cards here speak to me about just building your vision, your own damn self, in spite of whatever tried to hold you back or is trying to hold you back. Once again, I don't know what we're talking about here, but the end result is success. It is the Ace of Wands. Yeah, Eight of Wands, exactly. It's you. Five of Swords. Six of Swords also at the bottom of the deck. Precisely. It's you finding that spark. And I think the spark comes from inside of you. It comes from rejecting whatever voices, internal or external, are trying to ask you to settle or asking you to pipe down, be quiet. No. I feel like you need to be louder. You need to do what that little spark inside of you is telling you to do. Your vision. You need to follow your vision. Yeah, that's what I just said. Oh my God. To find enlightenment, seek nowhere, for it lives within you. Yes, exactly. It's something within you. And people, I feel like, have tried to take it away. Your task here is to let it live, to bring it to life, to show the world. Six of Wands. To not be afraid of it. Okay, and for a lot of you, I feel like this has something to do with your own value and you making moves to have what you want. The Queen of Cups in the traditional Rider-Waite holds this giant cup, right? That she's like cradling, that she's revering. I don't know what the right words are for this, but she's focused on this giant cup and it looks like a trophy. And I mean, that cup represents everything that she has to offer, everything that is inside of her, right? And with the Six of Wands again coming out here, it's like you need to surround yourself with people who see that value, who see your abilities. And the first person should be you. Is that making sense? Okay, we've gone a long time here. Let me read this card to you to close it out. So once again, this is vision. Yes, I feel like you're not seeing something, whether it's it doesn't matter. We already covered it. Okay, I'm going to shut up. Now is the time to retreat into the inner workings of your own being. The answers you seek can be found within your inner knowing or the part of you that does not speak with words. You are being guided to feel your way through your situation rather than using logic or reason. I see. You may not understand the feelings you have at first, but your soul knows and will continue to guide you to where you cannot see with your physical eyes. Now is not the time for action. This will come later. For now, be still, meditate, visualize, and spend time with yourself, preferably in nature. Pulling vision means it is time to start relying on your own knowledge and advice. Seek others for counsel, but strain the words of others through your intuition. Feel it and try it on to see if it truly aligns with your soul. Vision guides you to go with the flow, much like a sudden vision. You must allow your inner being to show you where it needs to go. Dreams, daydreams, and fantasies hold significant meaning during this time. Yeah, like I said, don't let other people tell you about yourself. Don't let other people tell you about what you want. And yeah, perhaps with the Queen of Cups here, there's a focus on your intuition, you know, your inner guidance. I mean, it's all the same. It's all the same. It's inside of you, okay? So make sure you're filtering out and that you know the difference. I hope that makes sense, Capricorn, and I hope that helps you in some way. I love you guys, and I will see you next time.